Okay, I want to take a look at this really hard kind of solving so that you can go back through the steps. I just want you to see a full problem first. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the log of both sides. We're going to move our exponents out in front using that property. If we have parentheses, we're going to distribute, which will give us two terms, 1, 2. Anything with a variable, in this case our variable is y, I'm going to move to the left side. I'm going to then factor out that y, and to get y alone I would divide by whatever's on the right, and then I would go to the calculator to enter this. What I'm going to do is the calculator work first so that you can see it. The calculator work to enter this requires that the entire top be in parentheses. So it's 3 log of 52, all on the top, divided by the bottom, another set of parentheses, 2 log of 8 minus 4 log of 52. Make sure you close out the bottom, and that's what gives you the answer, negative 1.018. So that's the calculator part. Now how do we tackle this? One thing at a time. We're going to start from scratch, and we're going to start off with our first step, which is taking, again, star problem because this is a hard one. I'm going to take the log of both sides. Now I know when I have an exponent in a log problem that I can pull it out in front as if it were a coefficient. So that's what I'm going to do in this step. I'm going to pull that 2y out in front, and I'm going to write 2y times the log of 8. On the right, I'm going to write 4y plus 3 times the log of 52. Notice that there were two terms in this exponent on the right side, so when I pulled it forward, I had to make sure that I had parentheses around it. Now I want to clear my parentheses. I want to make sure that I don't have parentheses anywhere. So in order to do that, I multiply 4y times the log of 52, and I multiply 3 times the log of 52. The left side doesn't have any changes in this step. It stays the same. When I go to work the next step, my focus again is solving. If I'm solving, I have to focus on the variable. The variable is y, so I'm going to move anything with a y to the left side. I have 2y log 8 there currently. Now I'm going to have minus 4y log 52. On the right side, anything without a variable stays. Again, it's wordy because of the word log, but it's not a variable. My goal now is to factor out this y. I want to write my y out in front. When I pull it out, I'm left with 2 log of 8. In the second term, I have minus 4 log of 52. On the right side, again, nothing changed. So this is kind of a weird step for some people. My job is to get y alone, and currently it's multiplied by something, so I need to divide both sides by the same thing. It's very long, but it is 2 log of 8 minus 4 log of 52. And that's that step that we saw in the calculator. So 2 log of 8, you have to extend that bar, minus 4 log of 52 goes in. And what did you remember on the calculator? You remember that you want parentheses around the top, parentheses around the bottom. So top divided by bottom goes into the calculator. Let's write out what we did. We took the log of both sides. So taking the log of both sides means you physically write the word log in front of it. I pull out my exponents. So I pull my exponents to the front. The next thing I did was I moved my variables left. In this problem, I didn't have anything non-variable, so I would say variables left, non-variables right. I wanted to make sure that I could factor out my variable, and then the last thing I did was I divided whatever was multiplied by that variable, divided both sides by it. Remember your parentheses in the calculator. Now here's the thing. On the calculator, this is what we got for an answer. And I want to remind you, if you have a calculator, there's no excuse not to check. How do you check it? Currently, that's my answer. I'm going to do the store feature. I'm going to store that as my variable. Calculator likes x, so I'm going to use x here. My left side is 8 raised to the 2x in this case, and I got an answer. I don't care what that is. What I care is that the right side will equal the same thing. So my exponent of 4y plus 3 has to be up top. I'm using parentheses just to emphasize it, depending on which version of the calculator you have. If you see that these two things are the same, you know you have checked it, and life is good. Have fun with those.